You're moving it, thank you. Thank you for moving it. That was awesome work. Well done, Fuzzy Nugget Head. Hello, it's me, the Invertabarian and the wee man. Or in this case, just look. Boo! Okay, so if you can recall, in the last two videos, I have posed the question, what do we do about the housing for the Alipes Grandidieri? Let's go have a wee look at that. Okay, so this is it. This is it set up. Lovely, isn't it? It's so not being overly keen on that tub at all, which, as you could guess from the previous mention of it in the last couple of videos. So if you've watched the channel before, you'll recall I found a tub that I used for my Scolopendra dahani. It's pretty decent, does the job. Let's go have a look at that tub just now so you know exactly what I'm talking about. For my Scolopendra dahani, we took a bird fat ball tub, put ventilation in it, and we gave it some holes in the lid. And quite frankly, I think I would still prefer a glass enclosure, but for now I think these are pretty good without a risk of escaping. And the dahani seems quite happy in there. Let's have a wee look just to see how it's getting on anyway. So here's it inside, and then I've gone and left the light on. Just move some of the stuff out of the way. Well, it should just be under here, and there is my Scolopendra dahani. And I have had this, I'll be trying to hide from the light because I stupidly left the light on. I've had this since it was teeny tiny. If you scroll back through, needing some water, if you scroll back through my videos, you will see when this one very first arrived as a tiny little pling. And it just so happens that whilst tidying out yesterday, found another tub. So last night I cleaned this tub down, put ventilation in the front and sides. So we will move the Alipes Grandidieri into here. Now these tubs are bird fat ball tubs. They have a sticker on the front and the back. These are left to soak in hot water for some time and then kind of scraped off, and then we use the WD just to remove the sticky residue. So that's how you clean up one of these tubs, and then we use a soldering iron just to burn some ventilation into the lid and into the bottom. So let us do a rehousing video. Use this tub here, and we're going to try and, now this centipede does have burrows all throughout this substrate, so we're just going to have to hope it heads the way I want it to and not like it's trying to down to the tunnels. It's really not a happy peed, and it's trying to get down into the tunnels, which was to be expected. It's not wanting to go into this tub. And there we go. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now to house it into here, I am going to use some fresh substrate, but I'm going to use a lot of the old substrate. And the reason for using a lot of the old substrate is because it's packed full of springtails. This substrate is really rich in springtails. I kind of almost cultivate them in here. We're feeding on Brussels sprout just now. So we will be reusing that, but in the meantime we are going to put some fresh substrate in, and I was about to try and use that tub to scoop it out. That would be foolish, wouldn't it? We want this nice and deep because, as we know, this is a burrowing species. It loves to create tunnels, so we're not going to be shy with giving it lots of substrate and the carpet. Okay, so we've gone quite a good layer there already, a couple of inches, but we're now going to add all this substrate in. And we'll get these bits of Brussels sprout. Well, I'm just going to, there we go. nice and mucky doing this, why not? And as you can see, that is a lot of substrate. I'm gonna press it down, try and get those sprouts up towards the top so they're not lost. Give that a squish down so that it'll hopefully hold its shape for burrowing. There we go. Get the last of this in here, why not? And the background noise are brought to you by the wee man, yay! This isn't really what I had in mind when it would help, so yeah, let's just not bother. Right, that's better. Okay, so it really quite likes this bit of bark, and it's, see all the springtails on there, so we're going to put this back in there. That's usually its main den. It also quite likes living under this shell, but I'm not a fan of the shell. Okay, I've been out, got a handful of leaves. I'm just kind of going to sprinkle that around one side, all around the back here, why not? Okay, so there we go. That will do, as I say, plenty deep substrate in there. Burrow under there for a hide. You could dig tunnels all down in this substrate. So let's get the centipede into her new house. Look, look! Oh, wowzers! Okay, so there is said centipede. Quite happy in its tub there. But what we want is come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Absolutely beautiful centipedes, these ones. Okay, so there we go. Lid's on. Really nice and secure lid. That's what I like about these things. I personally think it looks better than that. So yep, I'm happy with that, and that one can go and sit next to the Scolopendra dahani and hopefully be nice and happy down in its new house here. So there we go. Nice, secure. So if you've any bird fat balls, get yourself a centipede. Right, what are you doing, you doofus? Oh, you caught dirt! Well done! Woohoo! So I must apologise for the continuous background noise and the odd pinging. I forgot to turn notifications off on my phone, and I didn't realise till I was watching back, and I can't refilm the stuff because it's done. And again, this. Squish. Okay, so that is the rehousing done. Let me know what you think. I personally prefer the spherical tubs over the rectangle one. I think it looks nicer. Again, as I say, I'm not a fan of plastic rubs type of things, but they are very practical, very useful and cost efficient. So I quite like those ones. Didn't like the tub it was in. It was just, I didn't like it. I personally just think it was horrible. But let me know what you think. Maybe you preferred the rectangular tub. Who knows? So yeah, that is it for me. That is it from the doofus McSchmoofus pants that's over there with his tab. So there's only one thing left for us to say. Okay, it's a bye-bye from me, and it's a bye-bye from him. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you to everyone that subscribed to this channel. We have hit over 600, which is just absolutely amazing. I think it's more down to this little doofus here, meep, meep, than it is to me, or probably the content of the video. But yeah, thank you, and a huge thank you once more to everybody that supports the channel. Please do like, subscribe and share. If you've got anything you would like to see in the next video, please do comment. And yeah, so it's a goodbye from me and a bye bye from him. Bye bye.